Well, I wouldn't say this is happy news, but it is. What's the time right now? It's 4 o'clock. So the 4 o'clock observation at PDX has jumped to has jumped to 104 degrees. So remember, the old record for the hottest temperature all time in the month of June was 102. So on this Saturday, we have broken that record at 104, the hottest temperature June has ever had. And look at these other numbers. For several hours, Salem and Portland and Vancouver are all the exact same number. They're still close at 103. I want you to notice something. If you have been outdoors, this is about as humid as a 100-degree temperature, unfortunately, as we would ever have in our climate. And the reason is that we have a west wind, not overly strong, to about 10 miles per hour, and that's keeping the humidity from being what I would call desert dry. Now, the humidity has, for the first time today, with the temperature soaring, dropped below 30%, at 27% for Portland, 28% for Salem. I want to point out that tomorrow, with the overall batch of air even hotter than today, we will also add an east wind component tomorrow, and that typically brings warming. The good news is the east winds tomorrow will considerably drop the relative humidity. The relative humidity tomorrow will probably be well down into the teens in the heat of the afternoon. Where today we're adding, it's 104. It feels more like it's probably 105, 106 outside. But tomorrow when it's 104, it may only feel like it's about 101. Okay, so the drier air will do us a bit of a favor tomorrow. Although, and let me go ahead and get you to my 7-day forecast, I still believe that we are on track. I hate to say the word easy, but I think that we're on track somewhat easily, dare I say it, to get up to 110 tomorrow. So the all-time record, the hottest temperature Portland's ever had, all reporting sites going back into the 1800s, 107. So we're going to be, I had forecast to 104 today. Clearly we have hit that. I'm looking for the high at this point to be 105, 106. That makes me think tomorrow's 110 is not only achievable, but almost a give me. And then the question is, on Monday, forecast models continue to insist that we have as much of an east wind flow on Monday as we do on Sunday, with the batch of air just as warm. I have a couple things I'm looking at that made me believe that we would see some haze develop Monday afternoon, which would take away some of the direct sunlight. If that does not happen, Monday will be as warm as Sunday and could actually be a bit warmer. Maybe we go 110, 111, 112. That would be really crazy. And then all weather models show a westerly wind on Tuesday, and that the bubble of the extreme heat starts shifting off to our east, and that will bring our temperatures down to the 90s. Wednesday is the one day that we could have enough of a marine flow to actually hold temperatures in the upper 80s. So if so, that would break this run of continuous 90-plus degree days. If that does not happen, if we hit a 90 Wednesday, then I still think we are 90 all the way through about July 5th, or maybe even July 6th. That would become the longest streak of 90-degree temperatures we have ever seen. All right, while I have your attention, I'll show you a couple things. Always interesting, I think, in these extreme events to see what the mountain's doing. I thought Timberline could hit 80 today. They're at 77 right now. Meadows 79, so they're right there. Look at Ski Bowl, 90 degrees. Government Camp, 88.5. We'll round that up to 89 degrees. So that's incredibly, incredibly warm weather. Maybe you know somebody that went to the coast. Let's go to my coast page. This is the strength of my weather site. The fact that I have all these individual pages, unlike any other site that I know of, dedicated to the gorge and Cascades in the Oregon coast. So I thought Astoria had a chance to get up into the 80s, but look, with a westerly wind, they're holding at 71. That's with direct sunlight, so that's a pleasant surprise. I was wrong about that. Lincoln City, 71. Newport, we thought, might stay in the 60s today, and they have. So that's all pretty pleasant stuff. And here's the reason why. Look at the Channel House camera in Depot Bay. So look how foggy that is. Wow, there's Depot Bay. That's totally fogged in. And then there's Whale Cove End, which is just south of Depot Bay. That's totally fogged in. The North Coast is surprising me, being as cool as it is, 71 with all that sunshine. Tomorrow, the winds at the beach go due east. So I think everybody will at least get up into the 80s tomorrow. There will be no fog along the coast, and there could even be a 90-degree spot. One more thing I want to show you. So if you go up to the hamburger menu and you go to Oregon hourly temperatures, and you can also do the same thing for Washington. This is old school. I think I've shown you this before, but it's really the most comprehensive, complete list available of temperatures. So it's an old-fashioned tabular number, but you get everything. So Portland, sunny 100. This is not updated yet for 4 o'clock, but at 3 p.m. it was sunny 100, dew point 67, relative humidity 33. There's that heat index at 3 p.m. was running 5 degrees above the actual temperature. And then this is all the official reporting sites. The Dow's 108. Now, they have an east wind at 25. Their relative humidity is 14%. I think we could be there tomorrow. And look what that does. Instead of the heat index adding temperatures, it subtracts them. So the Dow's 108, but it feels like 105. A little bit of comfort there. All right. So don't forget that is there. It's really a wonderful, wonderful tool. And with that said, the last thing I want to point out, this weather site, some of it's automated, some of it is stuff that I uplink and do my own custom work. One of the things that is automated is this day planner. So because of that, we're getting into these triple-digit numbers, and the computer coding isn't handling it. So you may see some of these numbers kind of wacky. This goes 0105 at 5 p.m., for example. Let's see if there's any other wacky numbers. It goes, look at this. Yeah, here's a wacky number. 2 p.m. tomorrow, 109, 113, 107. Let's go 97 at 11. That means it could be 100 tomorrow at noon, for crying out loud. It took us till 2 o'clock today to do that. And then this puts us on track to probably be one of those numbers eventually, 109, 113 tomorrow. So that's on the homepage. Crying out loud. All right. I hope you're staying cool. I know this really isn't a laughing matter, right? This is extreme temperatures, both cold in the winter and hot in the summer, do kill people in our country every year. Statistically, extreme cold kills more people than extreme warm. But you have to wonder with climate change, and by that I mean simply a warming climate, which we are in right now, this phase of warming, if that won't eventually turn the tables as these extreme temperature waves perhaps become more common and more deadly with that. All right, I'll talk to you soon.